Responsibility isn't oppression. It's adulthood. And turning everything into a gender war only kills honesty. Every discussion seems to collapse into men versus women, oppression versus freedom, blame versus victimhood. And at some point, it stops being honest. Life isn't hard because you're a man. It isn't hard because you're a woman. Life is hard because you are human. Being asked for responsibility, emotional maturity, and self-reflection is not oppression. It's adulthood. What frustrates me is how often men are framed as victims of modern society when what they're really reacting to is accountability. Women gaining autonomy did not make life hard. Avoiding efforts, discipline, and self-examination did. At the same time, questioning how sexual validation is framed and monetized is immediately treated as controlling women or being sex negative. That's a false framing. You can fully support women's autonomy and still question whether selling validation as empowerment actually serves long-term well-being. Not every choice exists in a vacuum. Culture, incentives, and language shapes behavior whether we like it or not. Pointing that out is not policing bodies. It's analyzing systems. I tested this perspective recently in a more mixed debate space. And honestly, the response was telling. Any attempt at nuance was flattened into accusations of control, moral policing, or hidden agendas. That kind of reaction says more about the fragility of the discussion than the argument itself. Men aren't oppressed because women have options. Women aren't liberated just because attention is monetized. Both of those ideas can be questioned without turning it into a war. If basic reciprocity feels like oppression, the issue probably isn't gender equality. And if every critique feels like an attack, maybe the problem isn't the critique. At some point we had to drop the victim narratives and grow up. On both sides, accountability is not cruelty. Reality is not misogyny. And responsibility is not oppression. Ultimately, women who want healthy, functional relationships have no choice but to care about these things. Long-term intimacy requires accountability, self-awareness, and restraint from both sides. It doesn't thrive in environments built on constant validation, avoidance of responsibility, or endless redefinition of boundaries to avoid discomfort. Wanting stability, depth, and mutual respect is not insecurity. It's not controlled. It's not internalized misogyny. It's maturity. And if we want relationships that actually work, not just identities that feel good in the moment, we have to be willing to talk honestly about what supports long-term bonding and what quietly erodes it. Acknowledging biological realities also matters. Women carry physical burdens men simply do not, from reproductive health to hormonal transitions. And expecting society to take those realities seriously is not entitlement. It's basic fairness.